knowledge. What is that Sattvam? What is that is leading you to knowledge? Yoga Sanjayate Jnana. Yoga Sanjayate Jnana. Jnanat Yoga Pravartate. Yoga Jnana Paronicham. Sayogi na pranasati. That is told in Trisiki Brahmana Upanishad. So if you want to get knowledge, you have to do yogam. With the yogam, you will get Sattvam. You will get this Sattvam. That's why Paramatma says Sattva Sanjayate Jnanam. So by doing this sadhana only, you will get Sattvam. That Sattvam will evolve the spiritual knowledge. Sattva Sanjayate Jnanam. Rajaso Lobhayevacha. Automatically, this Rajogan will lead you to greediness. All things self-subscription. Self-subscribed. So your knowledge will be very limited. Sankuchitam, that is called lobham, that is greediness. Whatever you call, you will be selfish. Rajaso lobhayavacha. Pramada, now describing. Pramada, moho, bhavato, ajnanam, tamso ajnanamevacha. So when you, this tamam gunam is there, pramada, same. Pramada means unattentiveness, and moho means delusion, ajnana means ignorance. All these qualities, they will lead, they are the results of this tamo gunam. That's why ultimately Paramatma is now concluding. Urdham gacchanta saptastha. Majje tishtanti rajasa. Jaganya agunavrutthisto adho gacchante tamasa. So, depending upon your energy, urdham gacchante saptastha. How will you get urdham? Unless you try to go urdham. Unless you try to go urdham, how can you go to urdham? That means the person who is trying to go upwards will go to upwards only. That is urdham gacchante saptastha. Going where? If he totally finishes his sadhana, he will go to Brahman. He will urdham. Otherwise, if there is something left behind, saptastha, he will go to the higher worlds. Higher worlds means these devatas and even up to the Brahmaloka Paryantam, he will go to those higher worlds. Urdham gacchante saptastha majje tishtanti rajasa. The Rajoguru people, they will be staying in the middle. In the middle means in the human form. That is in the human form. Mostly human form. That's Rajogunam majje tishtanti rajasaha. Jaganya agunurtishto. That means Jagam means here also thigh. Your knowledge is at the thigh. So Jaganya agunurtishto adho gacchata tamasaha. That means the people with less knowledge, they will go to lower worlds. Senseless, without any knowledge, they will be having mind, but they don't have any knowledge. Those are nothing but animals, birds, and lower creatures. Urdham gacchanta saptastha majje tishtanti rajasa jaganya agunurtishto adho gacchanta tamasaha. These are all the description about these gunas. These are description about the gunas. Now, Paramatma is trying to tell above. What will happen to these when you cross over these three gunas? That is called gunatitam. Crossing over, transcending these three gunas. How to cross over? Now he is telling Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashtanu pasyati gunabhyascha param veti madbhavayam soga adhigachyati. Now he is declaring the jnani. The person who crosses all these three gunas, how he will look like, how he will be, what is the qualities of a jnani who has achieved. Now he is going to describe. Na anyam gunebhya kartaram. One who knows that other than these three gunas, nothing is being done. No way concerned, the Paramatma is no way concerned. Only the nature is doing. Prakrite krimanani gunai karmani sarvasaha ankara vimodhatma kattahamidamanyate. That is told in 3rd chapter. So only the nature is doing. Paramatma is not at all doing. He is unconcerned with all these actions. Na anyam gunebhyam kartaram. So only the trigunas are doing. Nothing is doing other than these trigunas. यदा द्रष्टा अनुपश्यति गुणेभ्यः परं वेत्ति. One who knows that there is something beyond these gunas, that is drashta, that is Paramatma, that is Atman, that is Brahman. When the Paramatma is away and beyond this nature, one who knows that something is beyond this nature and the nature itself is the culprit for all these actions, he will be madbhavayam so adhigacchati. Definitely he will reach me. Definitely he will be reach me. That means with that sufficient energy, he will come to understand that only the nature is doing, nothing is done by the Paramatma. That is the experience of a transcendented Gunatita. Now he is going to describe Guna Atita, who has crossed these gunas. Light. नान्यम गुणेभ्यः कर्तारं यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सो अधिगच्छति. When he crosses, how he will result? He will be resulted. What he will face? What is the experience of a person crosses over these trigunas? That is, guna netan atitan tri dehi deha samudbhavan jara murchu janma murchu jara dukkhe murcha amrutamasnate. These persons who have crossed these trigunas, he will be experiences like this. Guna netan atitan trin. That means there are trigunas. When he crosses all these trigunas, here I want to mention one thing is, Paramatma is not never telling that guna rahita, guna atita. Guna atita means trigunas will be there, but he will be crossed beyond these trigunas. Guna rahita means there are no trigunas. There are no trigunas. When there are no trigunas means there is no nature. But Paramatma is telling in the 13th chapter that Prakritim Purushanchai Vijjanadi Ubhavapi. That means the Paramatma and the Prakriti are always beginningless and they are always constant. So when the Paramatma is there, the Prakriti is also there. Mayanta Prakritim Vidhi Mayananta Maheswaram. When the Isvara is there, there will be Maya. That is Prakriti. So as long as Paramatma is there, there is Prakriti also. When the Prakriti is there, there will be Trigunas. So Trigunas will be there, but one has to cross over these Trigunas. That's why Paramatma is specifically mentioning about the Gunatita, but not the Gunarahita. Gunarahita. Guna netan atitan trin dehi deha samudbhavan jaramurcha janmamrucha jara dukkhai vimukta amrutamasnate. When he crosses all these trigunas, he will be away from this birth and death and the old days also. And not only this, he will become immortal. He will become immortal. So these are the result of this person who crosses all these trigunas. This is the state of the Gunatita. Now, till now, Paramatma expressed and explained in detail about these trigunas and relationship between the Paramatma and nature. Now I am the father and the mother is the mother. Nature is the mother. I am the father. Like that he has described. Now Arjuna started asking, what about if the person crosses over these trigunas? How he will behave like this? What are the characteristics of a Gunatita? Gunatita Kairlingaihi Trin Guna Netan Achito Bhavati Prabho Kimacharaha Kimanchaitam Gunatita Ativartate. What are the marks? What are the hallmarks? What are the identifying marks of a person who has crossed over these trigunas? Kairlingaihi Trin Guna Netan Achito Bhavati Prabho. When he has crossed all these trigunas, what kimacharaha, what is his conduct, how he will behave. Kimanchaita Trigunan Ativartate. Like that, what will happen, how he will behave, what is the actual routine course of action when he is with this body. That means a Jeevan Mukta. Here, Gunatita, Jeevan Mukta, Sthita Prajna, Yoga Arudha, all these four words are nothing one and the same. In Shankaracharya's Bhashyam on Bhagavad Gita, Shankaracharya told that Sthita Prajna and Yoga Arudha, Gunatita, all these are nothing but one and the same. Here also in the second chapter, Arjuna asked about the same question, that is Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha kimpa samadhi tasya kesava sthitadi kim prabhasheta kimaseta vrajeta kim. Like that, here also kailingaihi trin gunanetan atita prabho bhavati prabho. What are the characteristics of a person who has already crossed these trigunas? Kimachara, what is the conduct of this bhava Gunan Ativartate, when he crosses these trigunas, how the Gunatita will behave like? He has asked. Now Paramatma is answering. Prakasascha, Pravrutischa, Mohamevacha Pandava, Nadveshtis Sampravruttani, Nanivruttani Kanchate. This is a wonderful experience of a yogi. Paramatma says, Prakasascha. That means, you know, there are trigunas. The characteristics of trigunas are prakasam, that is sattvam, and pravritti is, that is rajogun, and moham is, delusion is rajo tamogunam. Whatever the gunam he has to face during his routine life, he will simply accept it. He will never hesitate to discard it. He will never hate it, but he will simply accept it. Nadveshtis sampravruttani. That means whatever the sattva-guna action, whatever the sattva situation, whatever the rajoguna situation, whatever the tamoguna situation, prakasascha, pravrittischa, mohamevacha pandava, nadveshtis sampravruttani. He will never hate, he simply will accept it. Nanivruttani kanchati. When anything is thrown away from him, he will never long for it. He will never try to get it again. When anything is lost from him, he will never try to get it again. That is Nanivruttani Kanchati. What are the examples? There are so many beautiful examples. In this, for this, our Gurudev, just before his Samadhi, some few years before Samadhi, Swamiji used to say some stories. That is, Nadveshtis sampravruttani. This is an example, though it looks some awkward thing, but it is a example told by our Guru, but it is a wonderful experience of a yogi. Some people may misunderstand this also, but you have to know this. That is, there was a story in Benares. When a Guru was there, he is Jnana Mukta. He has already attained this higher state of realization. He is simply living with this body only, but is inside realized everything. He is a enlightened soul. He met with one prostitute. The prostitute, the Vesha, has approached him and asked him to have this sex pleasure. She asked the great Jnani to have sex with him. He simply obliged. And after obliging that, he got, unfortunately, the Vaishya, the prostitute, is having so many venereal diseases. This prostitute was having so many venereal diseases, so that Jnani was attacked with syphilis. Syphilis, you know, one of the dreadful venereal diseases, that he was attacked with this syphilis. That's why he got an ulcer over his male sex organ. He got an ulcer over the male sex organ, and with that he was affected with his body with this syphilis. But ultimately he has left this body. See here how the prarabdham will affect even the jnanis also. Even the jnanis also, even after attaining salvation also, simply with the, just like the tamarind fruit, the body is like a shell of the tamarind fruit. But even for that shell also, that prarabdham has affected the great jnani. He died of this venereal disease. When he left this body, his disciple, his shishya, he was there in South India. We don't know the exact place. This has already happened. Our Gurudev used to say this story. The shishya, he has looked into the sky. He looked into the sky and smiling. He looked into the sky and smiling. Oh, my Guru is going, my Guru is going. He was smiling. Somebody asked, why you are smiling by seeing the sky? No, my Guru is going. My Guru is going. I am seeing the Jyoti. It is passing like that. He is expressed. In the evening itself, he got a telegram from Banaras that his Guru has attained Mahasamadhi. This has actually happened. This is a story already happened. This is a happened story. Our Gurudev used to utter this story so many times. This is the Nadveshtis Sampravruttani. Even in Adi Shankaracharya also, when he was telling this Advaitam, one Kapalika has approached him. You say that you are within Advaita state. I want your head. I want your head because I want to sacrifice your head to my goddess Shakti. I want to sacrifice your head to my goddess. Please give me your head. Then Shankaracharya has simply obliged. He is ready to sacrifice his head. He is ready to sacrifice his head, and that Kapalika is ready to cut his head. Immediately, the Padmapadacharya, he came to know that. He jumped into him by having the disguise of this Narasimha Avtaram. The Padmapadacharya came in the form of Narasimham, and he cut the head of the Kapalika. That was also story happened. Many people know about the life history of Adi Shankaracharya. Here also, Nadveshtis Sampravruttani. Whatever the good or bad, whether it is Sattva, Rajoguna or Tamoguna, it comes across, it comes as very simply obliged. And there is another story for our Param Gurudev Swami Sivananda Paramahamsa also. He was, when he used to have this Karatala Bhiksha. Karatala Bhiksha means he used to take food only if anything is served into his palms only. He will never used to take any food in the plate or any utensil. Simply he used to take food in the palms only. That is called Karatala Bhiksha. When he has got that vratam, he was taking this Karatala Bhiksha. One lady, mischievously, she has offered some pieces of glasses. She has offered some piece of glasses. That means the piece of glasses he simply took into his mouth, chewed and engulfed him. So he has engulfed the piece of glasses. When the lady served with this piece of glasses as bhiksha, he simply obliged and accepted, and he has taken it. Nadveshtis Sampravruttani. Nanivruttani Kanchati. There is another story. Our Gurudev used to say, I think it is at Guruvayur or some temple. That temple was having two gates. That is one gate, out gate and in gate. There are two gates. At the in gate, there are two people. One is Guru and the other Shishya. The Guru is residing at the in gate, and the disciple or the Shishya is residing at the out gate. When they are deciding, when they were residing, simply they are asking for, begging for food. Even though they are jnanis, they are simply begging for food. Lord Shiva, he has gone in the form of a beggar. He has gone into, he took the device of beggar and gone to the in gate. He has gone to in gate, asked the Guru, please offer me something, Bhavata Bhikshandehi. Then the Guru replied that, no, I am like you only. I can't have any, I don't have anything. Please go to the in gate, out gate. There is one samsari is there. Where there is one samsari, you go and beg him. The Guru replied to Lord Shiva that both are same. The Guru and the Lord Shiva, they are one and the same. But if the Guru goes there, the Shishya will recognize. But the Guru in the form of Lord Shiva, yes, asked the Shishya in the outgate, he has begged there, Bhavati Bhikshandehi. And while asking also, he told like that, this, your Guru at the in-gate told me that you go to that samsari who is at the out-gate and ask him your bowl of food. Then the Shishya looked upwards. What is that? I renounced everything. I am also a jnani and I renounced everything. But my Guru told me that I am a samsari. In what way I am samsari? That is, he is having only two things. That is, one piece of broken piece of mud pot and one dog. He was taming a dog. There is a pet dog with him and there is a broken piece of mud pot. In that mud pot only he is begging food. That is the extra qualities other than his Guru. Guru is simply having this kartavriksha, whereas the disciple is having extra two possessions. That is, one is the broken part of piece of this mud pot, that kondapenku, and this tamed dog. Then he looked upwards. So, by having these two things only, my Guru has impressed and he has warned me not to have this simply. So, he hit this broken piece of mud onto the head of that dog died, and the piece also turned into so many pieces. So, two things have gone out. So, in that way he left the broken piece and the dog also. Then the Lord Shiva appeared before him, and you are the great jnani. You are totally renunciate like that. Naniruttani kanchate. Whatever the jnani say, he is possess something. If he leaves, he won't try for to get again. Naniruttani kanchate. In that way, there is one story about Ravana Maharshi also. I read that some bit. That is, when Ravana Maharshi was trying to have a stick for his support, because he became old and he is trying to have a stick. To have his own stick, he has gone into bushes. He gone into bushes and cut one bush, and he cut that bush and he is trying to clean that bush, because that stick is having so many thorns. So he has, with knife, he has cleaned every thorn and made it a very beautiful stick. With that stick, he spent much time to prepare that. To prepare that stick, he spent much time. After getting that stick, he is coming with that stick, simply walking. After reaching some distance, one lay person, one poor person, a laborer, or some Shramika, a workman, he has seen with very intensive eye glaring. He is stared that stick. Ravana Maharshi observed. How do you see like this? Your stick is very beautiful to see. Do you want it? Yes, you take it away. So like that, the Ravana Maharshi simply had given that stick to that the stranger. Nanivruttani kanchati. Whatever he possesses, he will never look like again. These are the beautiful stories if a jnani is having. So, nadveshti sampravruttani, nanivruttani kanchati. These people will be behaving like this only. Udasina vadasino. Gunair yo navichalyate. Guna vartanti icche yo avatishtata nengate. He like that this also. That means udasina vat. That means like just unconcerned. He is like looks like unconcerned, neutral. whatever things happen in the world, he will never be concerned. Udasinavat, Udasina Vadasino, yo Gunair yo Navichalite. Whatever the gunas are being done by him also, even with his body, with his mind, whatever the action is being done by him also, but he will never be moved again. Guna vartanti itche yo avatishtati nangate. He simply thinks that my gunas are doing, I am not all doing. If he feels like that, na angate, he will be never touched again. So these are the qualities of a gunatita. Not only that, he is continuing. Udasina vadasino gunairyo navichalite guna vartanti itcheva yo avatishtati nengate. Samasukha duksham sukham swastaha samalostasma kanchanaha tulya priya priyor dhiraha tulya nanda samstutihi. There are so many equal-minded qualities. He will be, the jnani will behave like this only. That how samasukha dukkham swastaha, he will be always peaceful. He will be having equal-minded with the, whether it is pleasant or pleasure or pain or anything. Sukham or dukkham. Samasukha sukham dukkham swastaha samalostasma kanchanaha. Samalostasma kanchana means in the 6th chapter, yukti chichate samalostasma kanchanaha. Losta asma kanchanaha. Losta means clod or mud. Asma means a stone. Kanchana means gold. He looks this like the same, equal with the three, whether it is with high value or with low value, he will look the same, equal mind. This is also very important. Some people, some jnanis, they will be having much affection towards some persons also. Even some great jnanis also, they will ask money from the disciples. That doesn't mean he wants it. He wants to test the others, and not only that, because of his previous some remaining prarabdha also, they may ask this time. But inside they don't have any idea about this material, because they are all the way enjoying inside only. They were never bothered about the material things, whatever way it will come across. It will come across. So, samalostasma kanchanaha tulya priya priyo. Tulya priya priya, whether it is favorable or unfavorable, that is favorable or pleasant or unpleasant. Dhiraha, he will be always with braveness only. Tulya ninda atma samstiti he, because he is not feeling that this is not, I am not this body. Whatever anybody praises him or blames him, he will be equal-minded. Tulya ninda atma samstiti he, whether anybody praises him or blames him, he will never be bothered about all these external things. Next, external things. Manav nirda atma samstiti hi tulya priya priyo tulya dhera tulya nirda atma samstiti hi. That means whether blames or praises, he will be equal-minded. And manav manayos tulyo, whether there is honor or dishonor. When some people may honor him or scold him, manav manayos tulyo tulya mitra hari pakshayo, he will be equal to even for the friends and the enemies. Actually, jnani won't have any friend or enemy, but till now with his body there may be some friends, there may be some enemies, but with them also he will be equal-minded. Here, manav manayos tulyo, manam avaman, whether it's honor or dishonor. There is one beautiful slokam in Upanishads also. Asam sadhubi pujyamane esmin pijyamanepi durjanaehi samabhavo bhavedyasya sajivan mukturuchyate. A jivan mukta, a liberated soul, even though he is behaving with his body, even though he is taking food and doing other action, but he will be behaving like this. That is, sadhavi pujyamas mean sajjana people, they will be going on respecting the jnani, because he is all the way imparting his divine knowledge. He is imparting his practical experience to the seekers. So they will be going on respecting him. Sadhabi pujyamane esmin pijyamanopi durjanaehe. He will be affected with the wicked people. They will going on doing harm. They may pelt stones by words and the hands also. They will pelt stones by words and hands also, because they could not understand the inner peace or inner knowledge of the great jnani. The wicked people, because they are purely materialistic, they will be going on doing harm to the jnanis. Samabhavo bhavedyasya. One who sees them all equal only, sajivan mukturchate, he is called jivan mukta. Sadhavi pujyamanesmin pijyamane vidurjanei samabhavo bhavedyasya sajivan mukturchate. Like that, a jnani will be always equal minded. Mana manayostulyo mitrari pakshayo. He will be equal minded with the friends and enemies. Sarvarambha parityagi gunatita savuchyate. Sarvarambha parityagi. Whatever the action he does, if at all, he won't have anything inside his mind. Simply he is with unknowingly, without his knowledge, he will be going on doing things. Sarva arambha parityagi. He won't have any idea about the fruit of the action. Sarva arambha parityagi mana gunatitasya uchyate. He is called gunatita. He crossed over all these three gunas. So Gunatita is the target, but not Guna Rahita. That's why some people, they will use these gunas also. Even if they cross these gunas, sometimes they will come into gunas and they will utilize these gunas. Our Gurudev used to say, Durvasa and the great Jnani, they used to curse the people. They go on cursing. How? When they are Jnanis, how can they curse? Curse is nothing but the state of this Rajogun or Tamogun. But how can they curse? But all the way they have kept these gunas in their this shelter. That means there is a knife, there is a cover. When there is a cover, vara, we can say vara, that if you keep this knife in the vara, the knife is nothing but the trigunas. They will keep these trigunas in their vara under his shade. Whenever there is a necessity of this knife, they will take it out and use it and cut it, and simply they will keep it. Like that, Doros Maharshi and the great Jnanis also, they will utilize these gunas, but because they are having gunas, they are suppressed. Because he has crossed over it, he has transcended these gunas. Gunati